Today I fucked up by complimenting a coworker on his weight loss. This happened just moments ago. I have a coworker that works in a separate department. In my old position we had to communicate fairly regularly, but since changing positions I rarely see him. It has been about 1.5 years since I have seen him, and I was surprised to see him in my area today. He has lost about 100 pounds, so I thought it would be a nice gesture to recognize and compliment him. I said it was good to see him again and rather enthusiastically told him he looks great, and to keep up the hard work. He responded with a cold smile, said it was nice running into me, and just continued walking. We aren't incredibly close, but we usually stop for small talk, which I was completely expecting as I awkwardly stood in the hallway. When I got back into my office I brought up the weight loss to my office mate and said our co-worker really looked great, and he was inspiring. My office mate somberly responded that he was diagnosed with cancer and has been losing the weight because of that. Too long didn't read, I enthusiastically complimented a co-worker about his weight loss, got a cold response, then learned he was diagnosed with cancer. I want the earth to swallow me just reading this. Rough one. I pretty much follow a few simple rules that has led me well so far. Never mention anyone's weight good or bad unless they bring it up first. Never ask a couple when they're having kids, because there might be an underlying issue that they don't want thrown in their face all the time. On the flip side, never ask a woman when she's due. Never ask where's your partner, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. to someone you haven't seen in a while. There might be a reason to their absence. Confused face. That last one is a little overdoing it. But I wish people didn't always ask how my ex-wife is doing. I feel you on that last one. I dunno, we're divorced kinda kills the conversation. I have a friend going through a major weight loss due to several incurable illnesses, and she gets tons of "you look so good" /skinny /happy, etc. on her FB pictures. I don't want to tell all our friends about her conditions, but I know it sucks to keep hearing. I think a sincere, heartfelt apology would go a long way to patching things up. I was going to say this. If I were the co-worker in this situation I would definitely be alright with approaching the subject with a "Hey man, I'm so sorry, I didn't know what was going on with you and I'm mortified. Please accept my apology and don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything" or something to that effect. Awkward is awkward, but I always have time for people owning their shit. Wow, that cancer really suits you. Fucking yikes. Today I fucked up watching incest porn. Throwaway account because that's where this fuck up deserves to be buried. This happened yesterday. I was watching porn on my phone, one of those daddy/daughter videos. I will state, for the record, I do not advocate incest. My girlfriend however was all about that roleplay life and wanted me to be in bad dad mode when she sees me this weekend. All I wanted was to be the best bad dad she ever had, so I went on Pornhub for some incest inspiration. That's all this was. Research. So, the daughter was just about to climb on the cock that supposedly spit her ass out when all of a sudden my own fucking father phones me. Of all people. If there was a camera in my room, that would have been that moment I looked straight into it. I answered the phone. The old man said he needed me to come pick him up at the airport because my brother, who was supposed to fetch him, wasn't answering his damn phone. Cut to my dad and I driving home, catching up, roasting each other, you know, wholesome father/son shit. Then, there came the silence. It wasn't the awkward kind. But I guess we just kinda said enough at the time. My father, who's super religious BTW, took the silence as an opportunity to switch on the car radio and tune into his favorite gospel station. He was in the mood to get jiggy with Jeezy. But instead of hearing voices worshipping the OG upstairs, we heard the distinct sounds of bodies smacking against each other, moans of pleasure, and of course, the coital Q&A. "You like fucking me, don't cha, daddy? Ugh. Yeah. My old man unknowingly activated the car's Bluetooth, which immediately connected to my phone, and began playing whatever I was listening to last. In this case, it was fucking incest porn. Now, I never closed the video before I left the house, but I did pause the motherfucker. Yet, somehow, my phone went Skynet all over my dumbass ass and auto-played that traumatic shit. I frantically turned off the radio and did what I do best in extremely uncomfortable situations, prevent eye contact at all cost. Dad, suppose that's one way of bringing up the birds and the bees conversation with your kids. Me. I immediately contemplated crashing the car just to escape the cringy silence between me and my dad for the rest of the drive home. Siri might have sabotaged me. TL Doctor drove my dad home. Accidentally blasted incest porn over the Bluetooth speaker. The end. Penis 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 penis. Yeah, I saw that going a different way. Dad had a pretty good sense of humor about all of that. Yeah, Bluetooth off in future. Things I have learned from r/today I fucked up. Rule 1, always close porn tabs. Rule 2, always turn off Bluetooth. Rule 3, don't put your dick in that. Dad, suppose that's one way of bringing up the birds and the bees conversation with your kids. Okay, but you're super religious dad. Kinda just rolled with it in a hilarious way. Props to him. Dad, oh thank fuck I can finally give up this religious charade. I turn my Bluetooth off. It saves battery life and also prevents at least 30% of the r/today I fucked up posts from happening to myself. Today I fucked up by dropping off my dog at a kid's summer camp. Technically yesterday and not today, but TIFU sounds like some odd anime genre so it's summer, which means my 6-year daughter goes to summer camp. I was dropping her off at about 8ish and I was also going to drop my dog off at doggy daycare because the gardeners are coming today and they don't appreciate her trying to protect them from those murderous rakes and lawnmowers. For the record, the dog is a 13-year-old black lab, pit bull mix. Anyway, stopped at the summer camp. My daughter grabbed the dog's leash and walked her to the drop-off desk to show her to her friends. I signed my daughter in and then I just drove off. In my defense, well, I got nothing. Honestly, I just forgot the dog there. So my wife picks up our daughter in the afternoon and is quite surprised to find the dog there with her. Apparently, the dog, and the kids, had a great day at summer camp. I now have pictures of my dog participating in such activities as paint a rock. She did not do very well on this one. Learning about dinosaurs, did not participate, and digging for fossils, which was right in her sweet spot of digging bones out of dirt. She also enjoyed water activities and apparently stole some snacks. She got a free shirt and we got a picture of her wearing the shirt with her camp team wearing identical shirts. All in all, could have gone worse. Edit, I get it, you want to see pics of the dog at camp. Sorry, but no can do. Pics include other people's kids and I'm not going to post that. Also, I think posting the pic would make it easy for my friends to figure out who this account belongs to and I've said way too much shit I regret on Reddit for that to happen. Just use your imaginations. She's half black lab, half pit although she looks mostly like a lab. Muzzle almost completely white due to being 13. She's still very active and very kid-friendly and water play with a pool and a dozen kids running around with a hose is pretty much her version of paradise. Edit 2, for those asking. Yes, camp called me. Twice? And left VMs both times. Number was not one I recognized so I didn't pick up or check VM, I know, today I fucked up. Number is now programmed in. Both messages were very polite and highly amused but they did ask if I could come pick the dog up. I clearly did not so they just gave up and included her in the day's activities. And yes, this whole thing could have gone a lot worse. Huge props to the camp for making a good thing out of my fuck up. Edit 3, for those asking. I did offer to pay for an extra day, kid but they said no. So I left them an awesome review on Yelp and shared their link with friends with a very strong recommendation. Edit 4, yeah, I get it. This could have gone a lot worse and kudos to the camp for making the best of it. Yes, it was a mistake on my side. That's why I'm posting it here and not on r/today or awesome. Edit 5, holy crap. came back to see this hit the front page and my inbox has 500 messages. I just want to take a moment and say thank you to my mom and dad for having sex with each other and making this moment possible. Too long didn't read, dropped dog off at kiddie summer camp by mistake. Dog had a great time, and I think she's now a camp counselor. Okay, so normally I'd assume the camp counselors would have called, in like your WTF you can't leave your dog here, but sounds like the counselor is a dog lover and was excited to have a dog there to make things more fun. Score for the counselor. Somewhere out there someone posted about the best day ever when a parent left their dog at the day camp they were running. They did call me, twice, and left VM about the dog, but it came from a number I didn't recognize, so I didn't answer it. Yes, that's another today I fucked up. I get that, and the number is now programmed into my phone. And yes, they are great and handled the whole situation a lot better than I would have expected. And I should mention that both VMs were very friendly and amused and in no way angry. Really happy with my kids' day camp, and not just for this. What's the fuck up? Sounds like you saved money lol. When I was a kid we'd walk to daycare and my chow, Max, would follow us and hang out for the first half of the day. We'd eventually have to tell him to go home. He'd leave, but I don't think he ever went home because he'd show up when we were nearing the end of the day and mom would show up from work. That's barely a fuck up, that's actually wholesome. Well, if you want to start a /per day I fucked up, I'll go post this over there. Smile?